Joining us right now with more on the next big venture in tech is Geoff Lewis. He's the founder and managing partner at Bedrock Capital, which is invested in companies like OpenAI, Lyft, and Plaid. And so, Geoff, obviously you've had a lot of success in picking some early winners on this. Is the rush that we're seeing for AI right now, is this a fad? Is this something that we've seen where every company starts throwing .com or crypto into their name just so that they can get a bang on these type of things? Or is this a situation where this is really the next cloud and something that has staying power?
Well, it definitely has more staying power, Becky, than Google engineers testing something for 2 to 4 hours a day. I don't think Google engineers even work 2 to 4 hours a week. So there's more staying power than that. But that said, I do think that it is one of those situations where most of the value in AI is actually going to accrue to the incumbent big tech companies. You know, I'm sort of most bullish on Microsoft. And then in practice, you just need so much compute power to train these models, to drive inference from these models, that I don't think it's a massive startup opportunity. So I'd say it is analogous to crypto in sort of, 2021 or so, where it is extremely overhyped, but there are probably a few things that are really going to endure. And I think the things that endure are the downstream AI infrastructure that enables, quite frankly, big tech incumbents to integrate AI into their products. That's where I think a lot of the value accrues.
So you think Microsoft is in a better position because of their relationship with ChatGPT, but that's really their relationship with OpenAI, and you're an investor in that too. I just want to make sure I understand all of these.
I think that in practice, if you're a startup in this space, if you're sort of a nascent startup, really the core area that you can really offer value sort of to an end customer is at the application layer. So it's like UX, it's UI. If you think back to the platform shift to mobile, back in 2009, that played out over a decade plus. Ultimately, there were tons of venture-backed startups that were building different applications that allowed you to order potato chips to your couch from your mobile device. Those venture-backed startups ended up not being that valuable in the end. Sure, there's things like Uber, things like Lyft, where I was an early investor, but in practice, most of the value from that platform shift accrued to incumbents, most notably Apple, which owned the iOS platform, to a lesser extent, Google, Facebook, et cetera. I think the same is ultimately true of this AI crazy wave right now.
Yeah, Geoff, I just want to make sure we're clear with this. I mean, I just want to understand your investments so we understand. People can say you're talking your book or putting your money where your mouth is. I get it on either side. I just want to understand you're still an investor in OpenAI, and OpenAI is the back end for what Microsoft is doing, correct?
Correct. That's right. We're very bullish OpenAI because we believe that is the core infrastructure play here. You want to sort of invest where the value is actually going to be able to be captured long term. And we believe that's OpenAI. Google maybe has a shot, but yeah, I don't think it's a huge startup opportunity today.
Hey, I don't know, Geoff, whether you even have an opinion about this, but long term and sort of philosophically, do you believe in the singularity? Is it now questionable as to whether that actually is a point in time? Because everyone's saying, yeah, AI is great, but it's always going to need humans, and it's going to be a tool for humans, but it's never going to take the place. I kind of believe the Kurzweilian notion that when computers have 1,000,000 times the knowledge of everything humans have ever learned, that there would be some type of quantum leap to where a computer, or to where AI could solve cancer. Charlie Munger just said it'll never solve cancer. If you had the ability to process all that data, is something like the singularity possible? In your view, or no longer possible? It's just a tool.
To the extent it's possible, Joe, I think it is, many hundreds of years, hopefully, out from here, like the singularity where AI completely replaces humans. I hope that doesn't happen. I certainly hope it never happens. Is it impossible? No. Could AI cure cancer? At some point, yes. I do believe that that's possible, and I think that'd be not good, but you're right.
Well, we need the rules. We need the Asimov rules about, for robots, that they can never hurt a person. And I mean, that's science fiction. People think about these things, Geoff, and we are sort of watching it happen in much quicker. The advances we make are happening in much shorter times than anyone would have ever thought with the internet and everything else.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think right now, I would be most worried if I was sort of an engineer at Google, because I think the biggest use case right now for AI is actually code generation. So I think the first group of folks that's going to get displaced is actually a wide swath of engineers. So I think we're a long way away from the complete singularity. At least I hope so.
Yeah, you're scared. Who are you? You're like thinking about Linda Hamilton and the HK, the Hunter killers and stuff. Is that what you're worried about? We might be hiding underground from these machines. They don't need us, and I think we have bigger problems than I think we have
more things to be scared about than that. But at some point, not climate change.
Tell me about it. I know you saw what happened in Ohio, right? That kind of stuff worries me a little more than trace CO2. You know, when polyvinyl chloride is raining down into your house. Geoff, as we know about the workers down at Ground Zero, to think about truly toxic things, and then think about some of this other hype.